Ja, hallo liebe Zuschauer, willkommen zurück auf meinem Kanal Waltrone. Heute tauchen wir ein in die unzensierte Welt von Disco Elysium, mal was Anspruchsvolleres wie sonst. Ja, worum geht es bei diesem Rollenspiel? Wir schlüpfen bei Disco Elysium in die Rolle zweier Detektive aus unterschiedlichen Revieren, die zusammen einen Mordfall aufklären müssen. Eine Person wurde gehängt und der Fall muss geklärt werden. Ja, sehr interessant ist eigentlich, beide Charaktere können unterschiedlicher nicht sein. Der eine, ein völlig abgebrannter, älterer Mann, der mit seinen Gedanken und seiner Sucht nach Rauschmitteln kämpft. Der andere, ein junger japanischer Detektiv namens Kim Kitsuragi. Ja, er selber ist leider auch nicht sehr beliebt bei seinen Kollegen und wurde deswegen ebenfalls verdonnert, nach Martinez zu reisen, um dem älteren, aber doch sehr erfahrenen Kollegen zu helfen, den Fall letztendlich zu lösen. Jetzt aber genug gespoilert, es geht los. Ich wünsche euch viel Spaß.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. Ever, never, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. Yes, it is.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat.
There, no ball of meat, no light in the formless nothing, just night swimming. I know you do, baby. I know. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. All right, nothing town to fuck all borough. Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over. The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, A clarion call from hell.
Ja, so wie es aussieht, haben wir jetzt schon mal unser Gehirn kennengelernt. Unsere Gedanken sind immer bei uns. Und so wie es aussieht, gab es eine partyreiche Nacht. Das sieht so ein bisschen aus wie bei mir daheim. Tonbandrolle. Oh, da hängt ein Schuh. Den nehmen wir mit. So ein schöner. Wo ist der zweite? Eine Flasche. Da trinken wir noch mal kurz ein. Auf der Durst. Jetzt erstmal ins Bad. Oder erstmal. Gehen wir ins Bad. Waschbecken, da läuft das Wasser noch. Ein Blick in den Spiegel.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. Behold.
Schick, schick. Ah ja. Fescher Bursche, würde ich sagen.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Whatever it is, at least it's dead now. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Jetzt komm, so schlimm ist es auch wieder nicht.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Oh je, jetzt muss ich auch noch raten, wie mein Gesichtsausdruck aussieht im Moment.
There might have been, 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Ah, jetzt gibt es hier so ein zufällig generierter Ausgang der Situation. Sieht da jetzt nicht so vielversprechend aus. 3 und 17%. Lass mal lieber mal. Kopfweh, aua, aua, aua. Wo ist meine Hose? Ah, da ist sie. Ziehen wir sie an.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Jetzt ist die Chance höher.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Du ziehst an der Glühbirne. Ah, das lassen wir vielleicht lieber mal mit dem Kater. Jetzt nur das Jäckchen. Ah, wunderbar. Jetzt habe ich auch bloß einen Schuh an. Wo ist der andere Schlappe?
The fan stands still. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off.
Vielleicht besser so. Oha.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. What do you mean, assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
Aha, die ersten Ermittlungen beginnen.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Schickes Gravetsche. Kater, Kopfweh, aua, 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 find's Gesicht offen. Aha, Chica. Bisschen Kohle. Eine Tür. Aha, Balkon. Ah, da ist mein anderer Schuh. Hallo. Ich kenne den Krokodilschuh.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, like 2 baby crocodiles.
Babykrokodile.
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now.
Schon besser. Hehe. Und wieder rein. Was ist diese? Werden wir schon erfahren.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with it. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now. It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would
Okay. Wir schreiben das Jahr 51.
Hello, officer.
Hallo.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Bin ich ein Soldat?
No.
Gut. Ich würde sagen, das läuft richtig gut für uns.
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
No. You're a police officer, sir.
Ja, das erklärt einiges. Ja.
I am, yes. unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days, on official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Entschuldigung. Du probierst den Blick an ihr aus, das lassen wir lieber.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. Could it be because of the drinking?
Nein, das kann nicht sein. So viel habe ich nicht getrunken.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Oha, Polizei ist ja nicht besonders beliebt. Das hört sich doch schon mal gut an.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes.
Haben Sie heute Nacht etwas gehört?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Klassiker.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
Was ist denn
A
passiert?
slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Oh je, das war's mit der Chance aufs zweite Date. Was habe ich gesungen?
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
Sorry.
Don't be. I was going out later anyway. It didn't bother me. Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Ja. Okay.
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Und dann bin ich irgendwann aufgewacht im Hotelzimmer mit dem fetten Kater. Oh oh.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Ja, ja, ich glaube, das langt, oder?
You're in a hostel, sir.
Hey, da weiß ja echt gar nichts mehr.
We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Revachol für immer.
Forever and ever.
And ever, out of the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It feels as though low-grade lightning is coursing through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
Okay, du kannst jetzt go.
Glad to have been of assistance.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living. Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, how very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all. Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now, but find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man. A mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Okay, muss halt durchziehen. Ja, Raucher gesundet halt die Gefährtheit und macht Intelligent. Aha, aha, aha. Karaoke, cool.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Aber hallo!
Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people.
Die tut mir jetzt schon leid.
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. No, don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Ja, lustige Songs sind doof.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Was soll das? Ich bin Gast.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Nein, an dem Schaden oben kann es nicht liegen.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Oder doch? Sorry.
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Ja, da ist wohl ein Vogel abgestürzt.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. Most likely something about it makes you feel bitter.
Totalabsturz.
Look, your buddy is over there.
Oh, der Kitsuragi ist da.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird
Sind Sie der
instead.
Barkeeper?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in. She just, you know.
Okay, schauen wir uns hier noch ein bisschen um, hä? Montag. Küche bis 13 Uhr, nur für Angestellte. Was haben wir da, Schäß? Einlass ab 16 Uhr, okay. Royal Pinball.
Hello, sweetie.
Hallo.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Ja, ja, ich gehe ja schon zum Kind zu. Ich gehe zu Arachi, Kaki. Yeah, alter Penner. Aufstau!
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like as you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Konnichiwa.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Okay then.
Das Hirn weg so.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
Du meinst doch den Barkeeper, oder?
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
Ja? Nein. Doch.
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Was? Wer, wie, wo?
Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
Nein.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Oh, 7 Tage hängt die schon. Ich hatte echt einen Kater. Aktuell habe ich sogar 2, Findus und Emil.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
Oh, das ist ein netter, der Kitsuragi Kimi.
If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Auf geht's!
As to you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He dropped.
Mr. Gart, right? You run.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41. Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Das ist doch ein Barkeeper, eindeutig.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
She went away because none of your business. Oh my God, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it. I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to...
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Lauf!
As you blow this joint, behind you, a whiny voice shouts.
Real mature, man. Real mature.
So, wo haben wir die Leiche? Hier haben wir das große Loch im Zaun. Ein Müllcontainer.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, there's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Ja, der Typ hängt schon 7 Tage. Ich glaube, der riecht schon ganz streng.
The lieutenant leans in to inspect the lock.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Na, schauen wir uns erstmal noch die Leiche kurz an.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Ja, da sieht man jetzt halt die Erfahrungswerte von dem Detective.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother.
How many?
Ja, 8. Haben wir zählt.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
20? Wie kommst du da drauf? Sag mal.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Einiges, einiges.
$200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
From here, the boot the victim wears.
It's bad, very bad. Before you can heave, the wind changes direction again. The greenhouse plastic flapping in its gusts.
Lecker, lecker, lecker.
He appears to be wearing some kind of armored boots. I can't see any exotic prints here. Someone had to carry him. Are any of the other prints deep enough? Which ones?
Kiefer.
That's a tree. I think we're close to a conclusion here. I do. One of them carried him over.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Klingt vernünftig.
A woman or a kid? Understood. Anything else? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, easy on the eyes. No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling. Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Da ist was dahinter, hä? Ja, das war jetzt die erste Folge. Ich hoffe, es hat ein bisschen Spaß gemacht. Und wir sehen uns bei der nächsten Folge. Tschüssi!